Welcome back, guys. So in our last video, we have assigned this ng model directive to the input tags, and we also declared that variable in our scope in controller, and we saw how two-way data binding works. So in this way, we can populate variables and collect data from the forms, and on submit we can populate the data in the database. But before doing that, we have to validate the data. To do that, if you see this form, we have assigned this form here. So, and we gave a name to this form called sign up forms. So I will show you something. The time we assigned in Angular, declare a form in Angular. Angular create a series of objects for this form and gives us access to lots of properties. So let's see what's happening here. We have let's display the form. Now you see this is a object with lots of properties in it. Let's see there is an error property. There is our sign up form, this form's name, then we have various property called dirty, pristine, valid, invalid, submitted. Then there is particular property associated with specific fields as well. For example, to the username we have value, model value, validator, async validator, parser, formatted, view change listener, touched, false, pristine. So this one, for example, let's touch it. Now you see the touched become true, dirty became true from false, pristine become false. So we can use these properties to validate our forms. Let's do that. So this is our username field. Let's create a assign required. And we're going to assign a directive here called ngshow. The same way there is called ngHide, ngIf to put some condition. ngshow will do whatever the conditions inside we're going to give here. If that's true, that if that condition returns true, then this paragraph going to be displayed, otherwise it will not. That's what ngshow will do. So let's put our condition here, like this is our sign up form dot username dot dollar pristine. So when this field is pristine, this value will be displayed. And now we're going to take out that value that we have assigned here. Controller, do that. Username is required. By the time if I type anything here, that value will be disappear. That is how it works. The same way we're going to validate other fields. So now because I put it submitted, so when we submit, at that time if it's pristine, that will show the error. Otherwise it will not. Here call required an ng pattern and ng minimum length. So this is a regex pattern. You can Google, there is a site from where you can get all the pattern you want, and it's basically we are saying that how, what is must be there in our username. This is for email. Actually, I'm taking this out and let's put it here. So and here ng minimum length, it's saying that what should be the minimum length of our username should be, and let us take it out like this, or m dot not valid, not valid. Put a class here called see how it looks like now. Username required. This looks perfect. The same way, let's do it for email. We can do multiple also. Let's show you how to do it. Let's make it 2, and here username is user email is required. Okay, and then one is not pristine, and username is not valid. Take this out. Sign off user from name, user email is pristine, not pristine, and not valid. And please enter valid email ID. So see how it's gonna work now. So email is required. For the time we practice, then please enter valid email ID. And when we enter a valid email ID, we have assigned a pattern here. This is a pattern. This pattern is not for this is for password actually. And this is for email. You see there is a @ and then .com. All the character is here from A to Z or 0 to 9 number, then @ there is, or again capital A to Z or small a to Z or numbers, then a dot, there should be 2 to 3 character. Let's press it here. Now it should work. User mail is required, but when we enter, then please enter valid email user, and when we enter valid email user, it will go. Same way. Put it here. And put the same like this again. Absolutely not pristine. and password is not valid. So this valid going to be only true when this pattern is matched, and this pattern is our like one small letter, capital letter we must, small letter we must, and then special character is must. Should contain uppercase, lower case, number. Perfect. So guys, this is the way we apply validations and play a little bit more around these variables and see um, and know more about this. Depending on the variables, you can assign values at the input fields as well as show the messages as so you want multiple messages, single message depending on your need, and this is how you do form validation. In next video we try to submit the form and as and see how Angular handles the form submissions. Thank you so much.